Welcome back, my dear English learners. I am Jack, and today I am very happy to practice English with you. In today's podcast, we are going to talk about a very useful and very common topic: talk about your job. This topic is important because people often ask about work in daily conversations. When you meet someone new, they may ask, "What do you do? Where do you work? Do you like your job? What are your responsibilities? How long have you worked there?" These questions are common, and if you can answer them clearly, your English will sound more natural. Talking about your job does not need to be difficult. You do not need very advanced English. You can use simple sentences. You can say, "I work in a shop. I work in an office. I am a teacher. I am a driver. I work with customers. I use a computer. I help people. I have a busy job." These sentences are simple, but they are very useful. The first question you need to know is, what do you do? This question means, what is your job? You can answer, "I am a teacher. I am a student. I am a cashier. I am a waiter. I am a nurse. I am a driver. I am a salesperson. I work in customer service." You can also say, "I work in sales. I work in marketing. I work in a restaurant. I work in a hotel. I work in an office." For example, if someone asks, "What do you do?" you can say, "I work in customer service. I help customers and answer their questions." This is a good answer because it gives the job and a small detail. If you only say customer service, it is okay, but if you add one detail, your answer becomes better. Now let's talk about the phrase, "I work as." You can say, "I work as a teacher. I work as a cashier. I work as a driver. I work as a waiter." This phrase is useful when you want to say your job title. Another phrase is, "I work in." You can say, "I work in a hotel. I work in a bank. I work in sales. I work in education. I work in healthcare. I work in construction. I work in technology." So remember the difference. "I work as" is for your job title. "I work in" is for the field or place. For example, "I work as a receptionist in a hotel. I work as a cashier in a supermarket. I work in customer service. I work in an office." These sentences are very natural. Now let's talk about where you work. People may ask, "Where do you work?" You can answer, "I work at a small company. I work at a restaurant. I work at a school. I work at a hospital. I work at a shopping mall. I work from home. I work online." These are simple and useful. For example, "I work at a small company in the city center." Or, "I work from home and most of my work is online." Or, "I work at a restaurant near my house." These answers give a clear picture. Now let's talk about your responsibilities. Responsibilities are the things you need to do at work. You can say, "My responsibilities include." This is a useful phrase, but it may sound a little formal. You can also say, "I usually." For daily English, "I usually" is very easy. For example, "I usually answer phone calls. I usually help customers. I usually prepare reports. I usually clean the tables. I usually teach students. I usually drive people to different places. I usually write emails. I usually work on a computer." These sentences are very useful. A longer answer can be, "I work in an office. I usually answer emails, prepare documents, and talk to customers." This is clear and natural. Now, let's imagine Sophia from Italy. Sophia works at a clothing store. When someone asks, "What do you do?" she says, "I work as a sales assistant in a clothing store. I help customers find clothes, check sizes, and choose colors. Sometimes I work at the cashier, and sometimes I organize the clothes. This answer is very good. It explains her job in simple English. Now imagine Lucas from France. Lucas works in an office. He says, I work in an office. I use a computer, write emails, prepare documents, and join meetings. My job is sometimes busy, but I like working with my team. This answer is also simple and natural. Now imagine Anna from Spain. Anna works online. She says, I work from home. Most of my work is online. I create content, answer messages, and plan my tasks. I like working from home because it gives me more flexibility. This is a useful answer for modern work. Now let's talk about job feelings. People may ask, do you like your job? You can answer in many ways. If you like your job, say, yes, I like my job. I enjoy my work. I like helping people. I like my coworkers. I like learning new things at work. If your job is difficult, you can say, my job is challenging, but I learn a lot. My job is busy, but it is interesting. Sometimes it is stressful, but I try my best. For example, yes, I like my job because I meet many people and learn new things. Or, my job is sometimes stressful, but I like my team. These answers are honest and natural. If you do not like your job, be careful. In English conversation, you can be honest, but not too negative. You can say, it is not my dream job, but I am learning. It is difficult sometimes, but I am gaining experience. I want to find a better job in the future, but for now, I am doing my best. These sentences sound mature and polite. Now let's talk about working hours. People may ask, what are your working hours? You can say, I work from 9 to 5. I work in the morning. I work in the evening. I work full-time. I work part-time. I work 6 days a full week. I work on weekends. I have flexible hours. These sentences are very common. Full-time means you work many hours, often around 40 hours a week. Part-time means you work fewer hours. Flexible hours means your work time can change, or you can choose your hours. For example, I work full-time from Monday to Friday. Or, I work part-time in the evenings. Or, I have flexible hours because I work online. These are useful sentences. Now, let's talk about a busy job. You can say, my job is very busy. I have a lot of tasks. I have many responsibilities. I am busy most of the day. I have to manage my time well. These sentences help. You describe work pressure. For example, my job is very busy because I have to answer emails, talk to customers, and finish reports every day. This is a clear sentence. Now, let's talk about stress at work. Work can be stressful. You can say, my job is stressful sometimes. I feel tired after work. I have a lot of pressure. I try to stay calm. I take short breaks when I can. These sentences are useful and honest. For example, my job is stressful sometimes, especially when there are many customers. But I try to stay calm and do one thing at a time. This answer sounds natural. Now, let's talk about teamwork. Many jobs need teamwork. You can say, I work with a team. I like working with my coworkers. Teamwork is important in my job. We help each other. We share tasks. These sentences are very useful. For example, I work with a small team. We help each other, share tasks, and try to solve problems together. This is a good answer. Now, let's talk about communication at work. You can say, I talk to customers. I answer phone calls. I send emails. I join meetings. I explain information. I listen to people's questions. These are common work activities. For example, Communication is important in my job because I talk to customers every day. I need to listen carefully and explain things clearly. This is a strong B, one sentence. Now, let's talk about skills. A skill is something you can do well. You can say, I have good communication skills. I am good at solving problems. I am organized. I am hardworking. I am patient. I can work under pressure. I can use a computer. These sentences are useful, especially for job interviews. For example, my job has helped me improve my communication skills. I talk to many people every day, so I am learning to speak more clearly and listen carefully. This is very natural. Now, let's talk about experience. Experience means what you have done before. You can say, I have 2 years of experience in sales. I have experience working with customers. I have experience using computers. I have experience teaching children. These phrases are common. For example, I have 3 years of experience in customer service. I have learned how to stay patient, solve problems, and communicate clearly. This is a strong answer. Now, let's practice a simple conversation. Person A, what do you do? Person B, I work in a hotel. Person A, what do you do there? Person B, I work as a receptionist. I welcome guests, answer phone calls, and help people with questions. Person A, do you like your job? Person B, yes, I like it because I meet many people. This is simple and useful. Now, another conversation. Person A, where do you work? Person B, I work at a supermarket. Person A, what are your responsibilities? Person B, I help customers, organize products, and sometimes work at the cashier. Person A, is it difficult? Person B, sometimes it is busy, but I am learning a lot. This is very natural. Now another conversation. Person A, do you work full-time or part-time? Person B, I work full-time. Person A, what are your working hours? Person B, I usually work from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Person A, that sounds good. Person B, yes, but some days are very busy. This is a common work conversation. Now let's talk about working from home. Many people work from home now. You can say, I work from home. I have online meetings. I use my computer all day. I send emails. I manage my own schedule. Working from home is comfortable, but sometimes it feels lonely. This is natural. For example, I work from home 3 days a week. I like it because I save time, but sometimes I miss talking to my coworkers. This is a very real answer. Now let's talk about future job goals. You can say, I want to get a better job. I want to improve my skills. I want to grow in my career. I want to learn more English for work. I want to work for an international company. These sentences are useful. For example, my goal is to improve my English because I want to get better job opportunities in the future. This is a strong sentence. Now, let's talk about why English is useful for jobs. English can help you in many work situations. You can write emails. You can speak with customers. You can understand instructions. You can join meetings. You can apply for jobs. You can do interviews. You can learn new skills online. You can say, English is useful for my job because I sometimes need to communicate with people from other countries, or English can help me find better opportunities. These sentences are natural and powerful. Now, let's practice talking about a job you like. I like my job because it is interesting. I meet different people, learn new things, and work with a good team. Some days are busy, but I feel proud when I finish my tasks. This is a good answer. Now let's practice talking about a difficult job. My job is difficult sometimes because I have many responsibilities. I need to stay organized and manage my time well. Even when I feel tired, I try to do my best. This is honest and clear. Now let's practice talking about a future job. In the future, I would like to have a job where I can use English. I want to work with people, learn new skills, and grow professionally. I know I need to improve my speaking, so I practice every day. This is a strong answer for English learners. Now let's talk about useful job vocabulary. Job, work, career, company, office, manager, coworker, customer, task, responsibility, meeting, email, report, schedule, salary, experience, skill, team, pressure, promotion. These words are very useful when talking about work. Now let's use them in sentences. I have a job. I go to work every day. I want to build my career. I work for a small company. My office is near my home. My manager is helpful. My coworkers are friendly. I help customers. I have many tasks. My responsibilities include answering emails. I have a meeting. Tomorrow, I prepare reports. My schedule is busy. Salary is important. But experience is important too. Teamwork is important in my job. Sometimes I work under pressure. Now let's talk about the phrase work under pressure. This means you can work even when the situation is stressful or busy. For example, in a restaurant, when many customers come at the same time, workers need to work under pressure. In an office, when a deadline is close, people work under pressure. You can say, I can work under pressure. This is a useful job interview phrase. Now let's talk about deadline. A deadline is the final time or date when something must be finished. You can say, I have a deadline tomorrow. I need to finish this before the deadline. Deadlines make my job stressful. These sentences are common. For example, I have a report deadline tomorrow, so I need to focus today. This is natural work English. Now, let's talk about promotion. A promotion means moving to a higher position at work. You can say, I hope to get a promotion in the future. I want to work hard and grow in my career. A promotion usually comes with more responsibility. This is useful vocabulary. Now, let's talk about salary. Salary means the money you receive for your work. You can say, my salary is okay. I want a higher salary in the future. Salary is important, but I also want a good work environment. This is a mature sentence. Now let's talk about work environment. Work environment means the feeling and conditions at your job. Are people friendly? Is the place clean? Is the manager supportive? Is the job stressful? You can say, I like my work environment. The work environment is friendly. A good work environment is important to me. These sentences are useful. Now, let's imagine a full story. My name is Lucas, and I work in an office. My job is busy, but I like it. Every morning, I check my emails and make a list of tasks. I usually prepare documents, answer messages, and join meetings. I work with a small team, and my coworkers are friendly. Sometimes we have deadlines, so the job can be stressful. But I am learning a lot, and I want to grow in my career. This is a great A2B1 speaking paragraph. Now let's make another story. Sophia works in a clothing store. She helps customers choose clothes, find the right size, and pay at the cashier. She likes her job because she enjoys talking to people. Some days are very busy, especially on weekends, but Sophia is patient and friendly. She wants to improve her English because many tourists visit the store. This is a natural story and useful for practice. Now, let's make another one. Anna works from home. She uses her computer every day. She writes emails, plans content, and joins online meetings. She likes working from home because it is comfortable and flexible, but sometimes she feels lonely, so she tries to meet friends after work. She wants to improve her English because it can help her work with international clients. This is useful for modern job English. Now let's practice a full answer to "Tell me about your job." You can say, "I work as a receptionist at a hotel. My main responsibilities are welcoming guests, answering phone calls, and helping people with information. I work with a small team, and I enjoy meeting new people. My job can be busy sometimes, but I like it because I am learning a lot." This answer is clear and natural. Now, let's practice another answer. I work in customer service. I help customers answer questions and solve problems. Communication is very important in my job. Sometimes customers are upset, so I need to stay calm and patient. I like my job because it helps me improve my people skills. This is a strong answer. Now, let's practice a beginner answer. I work in a shop. I help customers and organize products. My job is busy, but I like it. This is simple and correct. Now, let's practice a B1 answer. I work as a sales assistant in a clothing store. I help customers find the right items, check sizes, and answer questions. I also organize clothes and sometimes work at the cashier. My job is busy, especially on weekends, but I enjoy working with people. This is smooth and natural. Now, let's talk about if you do not have a job right now. You can still answer politely. You can say, "I am currently looking for a job. I am between jobs right now. I am studying and looking for work. I am learning new skills to prepare for a better job." These sentences are useful. For example, I am currently looking for a job. In the meantime, I am improving my English and learning new skills. This sounds positive and professional. If you are a student, you can say, I am a student. I am studying business. I am studying English. I am preparing for my future career. For example, I am a student and I am studying computer science. I do not have a full-time job yet, but I want to work in technology in the future. Now, let's talk about job interviews. In a job interview, talking about your job experience is very important. You can say, in my previous job, I worked as my responsibilities included. I learned how to. This experience helped me improve. These phrases are useful. For example, in my previous job, I worked as a cashier. My responsibilities included helping customers, handling payments, and keeping the work area clean. This experience helped me improve my communication skills. This is a strong interview answer. Now, let's talk about what you learned from your job. You can say, my job taught me patience. My job helped me become more organized. My job improved my communication skills. I learned how to work with a team. I learned how to solve problems. These sentences are very useful. For example, my job taught me how to stay calm under pressure. This is a strong sentence. Now let's practice a conversation for an interview. Interviewer, can you tell me about your previous job? Candidate, yes. I worked as a sales assistant in a clothing store. Interviewer, what were your main responsibilities? Candidate, I helped customers, organized products, and worked at the cashier. Interviewer, what did you learn from that job? Candidate, I learned how to communicate with customers and work under pressure. Interviewer, that's very useful experience. Candidate, thank you. This is simple and professional. Now let's talk about polite ways to talk about problems at work. Do not say, my manager is terrible. Do not say, I hate my job. In professional English, it is better to be careful. You can say, The job can be challenging. The workload is heavy sometimes. I would like more opportunities to grow. I am looking for a better fit. These phrases sound more professional. For example, my current job is useful experience, but I am looking for a role with more opportunities to grow. This is a good sentence. Now, let's talk about work-life balance. Work-life balance means having enough time for work and personal life. You can say, work-life balance is important to me. I try to rest after work. I do not want to feel stressed all the time. I like to spend time with my family after work. These sentences are useful. For example, my job is busy, so I try to have a good work-life balance. After work, I like to walk, relax, and practice English. This is natural. Now let's talk about a daily work routine. You can say, I start work at 9. I check my emails. I attend meetings. I take a lunch break. I finish work at 5. After work, I go home and rest. These sentences are practical. A full routine can be, I start work at 9 in the morning. First, I check my emails and make a task list. Then I work on reports and join meetings. I take a lunch break at 1. In the afternoon, I finish my tasks and prepare for the next day. This is a great speaking paragraph. Now, let's talk about phrases with have to. Have to means something is necessary. You can say, I have to wake up early. I have to answer emails. I have to talk to customers. I have to finish reports. I have to work on weekends. These sentences are common. For example, I have to work on weekends sometimes, so my schedule can be difficult. This is natural. Now let's talk about phrases with responsible for. You can say, I am responsible for answering calls. I am responsible for helping customers. I am responsible for preparing documents. I am responsible for cleaning the work area. This phrase sounds professional. For example, I am responsible for welcoming guests and answering phone calls. This is useful for job interviews. Now, let's practice a full speaking model. I work in customer service. My job is to help customers, answer questions, and solve simple problems. I usually talk to many people during the day, so communication is very important. Sometimes the job is stressful, especially when customers are upset, but I try to stay calm and patient. I like my job because it helps me improve my communication skills and learn how to work under pressure. This is an excellent answer. Now, another speaking model. I work in an office. I use a computer, write emails, prepare documents, and join meetings. My working hours are from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. My job can be busy, but I like working with my team. In the future, I want to improve my English and grow in my career. This is clear and natural. Now, another speaking model. At the moment, I am looking for a job. I am using this time to improve my English and learn new skills. I want to find a job where I can communicate with people, learn new things, and grow professionally. I know it may take time, but I am preparing myself every day. This is useful if someone is not working now. Now let's make a short answer. I work in a shop. I help customers, organize products, and work at the cashier. My job is busy, but I enjoy talking to people. This is simple and good. Now let's make a very short answer. I work in customer service. I help people and answer questions. This is easy to remember. Now, let's review useful questions. What do you do? Where do you work? What are your responsibilities? Do you like your job? How long have you worked there? Do you work full-time or part-time? What are your working hours? Is your job stressful? What skills do you need for your job? What are your career goals? Now let's review useful answers. I work as a, I work in, I work at, I work from home, I usually, My responsibilities include I am responsible for. I work full-time. I work part-time. My job is busy. My job is challenging. I enjoy my work. I want to grow in my career. Now, before we finish, remember this. Talking about your job in English is not only for job interviews, it is also for daily conversations. People ask about work because work is part of life. You can start with simple answers. Say, your job. Say, where you work. Say, what you do every day. Say, if you like it. Say, one goal for the future. You do not need perfect English. You need clear English. If you can say, I work in a shop. I help customers. My job is busy, but I like it. That is already useful communication. So after this podcast, practice your own answer. Say it out loud, I work as, or I work in. Then add 3 responsibilities. Then say one feeling about your job. For example, I work in customer service. I answer questions, help customers, and solve problems. My job is busy, but I like learning new things. Practice this many times, and it will become easier. Thank you for listening to Daily Speaking Podcast. I am Jack, and I am very happy you practiced with me today. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep improving step by step. Learn how to talk about your job in simple English, and you will feel more confident in daily conversations, meetings, and interviews. See you in the next podcast.